the stage during the campaign rally. So this is not an ordinary relationship. These texts show a peek behind the scenes between two men who are very close to Trump, what they are saying and doing in real time. And as you said, it shows an evolution. So let's just start with Election Day. And Hannity is all in on Election Day. He calls up Meadows and says, where do you need support? What should I be talking about? Meadows mentions a couple of states. Hannity says, yes, sir. But a week later, on November 10th, Hannity has a very different tone. He says, quote, I'm beginning to feel down. And by December 6th, he and Mark Meadows are now talking about life after Donald Trump. So let me read you one text here. This is December 6th. Sean Hannity. If this doesn't end the way we want, you, me, and Jay, I'm guessing that's Jay Sekulow, are doing three things together. 1, directing legal strategies versus Biden. 2, North Carolina real estate. 3, other business. I talked to Rudy. Thanks for helping him. There's also another text where Hannity suggests Meadows comes to work for Fox. So after this is over, they know what's really going on. They are moving on very early.
But in some ways that makes it more infuriating. They're talking about maybe we'll go into real estate business. Maybe we'll cut some deal with Rudy. That's what they're talking about privately. But publicly, they are still fighting and pushing and promoting the big lie publicly.
Correct. Then you get to approaching January 6th. As December goes on, you see that Hannity is starting to get worried. He talks about, will White House counsel resign in protest? He's worried about the fringe fighting. And here's an exchange, December 22nd. Sean Hannity. Hey, my friend, how are you doing? Meadows. Fighting like crazy, went to Cobb County to review process. Very tough days, but I will keep fighting. Hannity, you fighting is fine. The effing lunatics is not fine. They are not helping him. I'm fed up with those people. And then move right to January 6th. The attack is happening. Hannity texts Meadows, as many did, to try to get the president to do something. Hannity, can he make a statement? I saw the tweet. Ask people to peacefully leave the Capitol. Meadows, on it. Hannity, WTH, what the heck is happening with V. POTUS? Pence. One of the few mentions, by the way, of Pence in these logs. But again, here is someone who is inner circle, very close to Trump, trying to get the president to tell people to leave. Focus on the word leave. That is something the committee is is going to underscore that Trump took so long to ask people to leave.
And so there's one final exchange that you've obtained, and it's from January 19th, which is, of course, one day before the Biden inauguration. And the exchange centers on this.
The mob was fed lies. They were provoked by the president and other powerful people. And they tried to use fear and violence to stop a specific proceeding of the first branch of the federal government, which they did not like. But we pressed on. We stood together and said an angry mob would not get veto power over the rule of law in our nation.
So Hannity sends that to Meadows and says, quote, well, this is as bad as it gets. He knows it's over. I don't want to read too much into that, but I thought January 6th was as bad as it gets. On January 19th, he's worried about Mitch McConnell condemning Trump.
Tells you just about everything you need to know about how he views his role with Trump. As we'll watch this, obviously a lot more to talk about as we dissect more. Jamie, appreciate this, and we'll continue our coverage of this. Thank you. Coming up, these